Hello.
Oh, has it started?
Aye. Hello.
Okay. Sorry about the squinty lamp.
Sorry, Auntie.
People that are listening to this. Oh, there we go.
No, she's away.
She's away. But I've got a theory that that your shoes match the lamp.
They really do. I should have.
More fucked we are, like more tired and mentally drained we are, the more squinty the lamp goes. No, that's no bad.
She's hot. She's hanging in there.
She's hanging in there
by a thread, like us.
Aye. Which makes no sense to the audio listeners, but why don't you take a little trip over to YouTube, you Philistines? I'm joking, Luddites. Actually. I prefer
audio
podcast.
Aye.
Most of the time.
Because if you're on the go walking about, you're in the car.
Sometimes if it's a podcast where I really, really need to concentrate on what's being said, then I like a video.
But there's this podcast. I don't know why I started talking about this. I can't remember the name of it. It's been pure squished. Well, your muff's pure.
My muff's squished.
And it's like always like 3 years long, and it's just this lassie sitting at a table, like it's like a pure clean plain room. She's just sitting at a table people are telling like their story, and it's like 3 years long. And sometimes it comes up after I've watched a podcast that I like, and I'm like, fuck off, as if I'm looking at that for 3 years.
Aye, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Aye, that's boring.
Like this.
I mean, this was always meant to be better than it is, but that is just our lives.
It's just, everything's supposed to be better than it is.
Aye. This wasn't the way it's supposed to be. I kind of just gave up, if I'm honest.
And that's fine.
That's completely fine.
That is honestly fine.
People say don't give up. We say give up.
Give up.
I can't give up.
Treat yourself.
Aye. Nothing better when you just give up.
I know. I've just given up wearing foundation. And by the way, do you know how much fucking time? I mean, it feels like
when you add it all together.
Aye, but like even in the morning I'm like, alright, so I've got my fake eyelashes on, I just put a bit of moisturiser on
and you're good
and brush my eyebrows, and like that's it, instead of sitting and being like, right,
blending it on,
concealer, foundation, bit of powder, like all of that, like bronze, like it's just crazy.
It's a lot of shite as well, because I say a good half the time it makes you look worse.
Like I think I'm like you look great for 5 minutes, and then I leave the house and go into the world, and it's all melting off, and I'm like, this is you look
seeping into you.
My pores are all big like dots.
Aye.
And I'm like, do you know what? I'd rather just face the fact that I'm ugly. I'd rather just.
That's no what I was saying there.
No, but I'd rather just be like, that's.
I like natural skin. I think the older you get, the more you appreciate that. Like when you're younger, you're plabbing on hundreds of fucking foundation, which is mental, because that's when your skin is usually, unless you're like with skin problems.
I think some people
glowy.
They suit a foundation.
Who?
I don't know. Like
me.
Everybody that's know me. Like I don't know. I just people with like a better skin tone.
But that doesn't make any sense.
It does, because it you can't see it as much. Like if you know what I mean.
What you mean to say there then
some
is
people
a
wear it better.
Skin texture.
Texture then texture. Not tone. But I've got red tones and all that, and it always comes
tones.
Through. That's what I said, tones.
Aye, but like you meaning like if you put it on and it
looks
pure smooth?
I don't even know what I mean. Aye, like you can't even see it on them.
That's texture.
I know that's texture, but I mean like people with a smooth texture tend to have a nice even tone as well, I feel.
No, really, no.
I think I've been brainwashed.
I think you have.
By like airbrushed adverts.
Aye. That's not going to be achieved.
Anyway, I'm gearing up. Trying to look better. What is it fucking... I'm concentrating on feeling better.
Aye. That's where all your energy's gone.
I'm not concentrating hard enough, but I'm concentrating.
I think I could put a bit of effort in looks wise, to be honest.
In what areas?
Brush my hair, maybe.
I was just going to say, like, you've got a pure...
What's going
You've
on?
got a hair. I feel like... there you go. I feel like the other side of your head just...
My
pure.
nieces are horrified at me.
Are they?
Aye, they're always pure.
Is that why they're always giving you
'Cause
makeovers?
my two nieces are quite wee girly girls. Like, they love...
Girly girls?
Aye, they love makeup, like, brushy hair stuff.
My niece is like
They
that.
fucking love all that stuff.
Skincare, like
Aye.
mascara.
And, like, when they see me, they were like, why is your hair always crazy?
Oh my god, they'd hate me.
No, yours is styled, but, like, yours is...
This is not
Brushed.
styled. No, it's never brushed. That's a thing.
Well, you've got a clip in. I just wake up and I just go...
It's good. We're good. I
I
can't.
don't even do that most of the time.
You just wake up and go, yeah,
Who's looking at me?
perfect.
It's bogging the now.
Mine's is honestly.
Try to hold off washing it until Larry's wedding.
I was going to wash it tonight, but I'm going to wait and wash it on Saturday before Larry's wedding and all.
Larry, I hope you appreciate the trouble we're going to.
We're going to wash our
To look
hairs.
Large, are you going to wear foundation to the wedding?
I might. Or maybe like a
Tinted
good
moisturiser.
tinted
But what I'm
moisturiser
saying
and
is,
a wee bit of blush or something.
I like the freckles. I like the rosiness.
Aye. So maybe
like
just something that just kind of maybe like a BB cream or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll wear some eyeshadow on that. So I'll look
Aye.
like I've got makeup on, just no on my...
I do like to wear a lot of makeup sometimes, though.
Sometimes it's just
Just
fun
for
to
a
do.
change.
It's therapeutic to just sit.
So sick of looking at your same fucking face all the time.
Are you like, let's try and look like a different person?
Aye. I mean, I don't think I'm going to achieve that, but I was actually going to call my show You Again, because it's like
You
You
Again?
Again. Like,
When you go and look at yourself.
it's like fucking You Again.
That's great.
When you wake up in the morning, like, You Again. And like how, like, you'll go on you're like, oh,
That's
like-
sad, Susan, actually. No, I'm like,
I really like, I really want to, like, see when you have a fantasy, like, life in your head, because all the time I'm just like, but if I could move to Barcelona and just live there and, like, maybe be a dog walker and all this stuff, but then you're like, no, but you'll still be there. It'll still be you.
still be hopeless.
There's no getting away for this.
Useless you. Aye.
Like, so it's just,
Aye.
you're stuck with yourself till the day you die.
That's-
Depressing is that?
Please, like, I'm constantly this week on the verge of a panic attack. This conversation might just be the thing to do it.
Oh, and I had one joke. I was like, you know, when people say be your own best friend,
Yeah.
like, but I'm a shite best friend.
Not even like...
I've not
aye.
spoke to my best friend, my actual best friend, in about a year.
A year.
Aye. Like, I think the last time I spoke to her was just to say happy birthday. Like my official best friend, do you know what I mean? How
Aye.
you've always got like a best friend.
My best friend.
Aye. Lynn Smith. Sorry. She listens to the podcast.
Lynn.
But she's the same as me. That's the thing, the two is all terrible friends.
That's the thing, it's like...
You
I've
need
got
one
a pal,
person
Jen.
that's good.
Aye, I've got a pal, Jen, and like, we will go 18 months without you. Like, I'll think about her,
Aye.
and I'll go, I need to get in touch with her. So I messaged her the other day, she was like, oh my god, I was just thinking about you yesterday. I thought I better get in touch with her.
Some people are better as a thought.
Remember her?
I'm
Yeah.
not saying that about you, Lynn Smith.
But what's great is when we get together, it's just like,
You don't,
it's like so much has happened, but like no time has passed.
right. I'm like that with a lot of my pals. Like, I'll meet up with Hayley and so much time's passed that I'm like, do you not know about this?
I like, what if I got to tell you hundreds, but I don't
Aye.
even remember. I
Don't
don't
know
even
where to
remember
start.
what's happened. Aye.
And like, she doesn't really drink anymore than now, and so it's been better because usually when we would meet up, we'd get drunk and then we'd just
Aye.
wouldn't even remember what we told
What
each
we
other.
told each
I don't even know what this friendship is based on anymore.
other.
So it's turning up to see a person and then forgetting everything you have said to each other.
My pal Gillian and all, I never see her. She came to my show
Aye.
and I was like, oh my god, this is the first time I've seen you in person in
Some pals you just need to cut loose.
2 years.
It's like if you're watching, if you want to It's like watching a series or something.
Am I going to finish this? Am I actually going to am I going to see this through?
You missed too many episodes and you're like,
right,
you know what?
take it
Let's
off the
just
list.
leave it there.
Aye. That's I'm
A lot
finished.
of my friendships. Because I'm not a keep in touch person. Like my sister is, and she actually was part of like a friend group of mine's for ages and ages, and she was the glue that held it together. But then she had 3 wins.
I'm fed up being the glue that holds it together.
Are you the glue that holds it together?
No, actually, I don't know. Am I? I feel like Jenna listen to this podcast. If it wasn't for me, I wouldn't have spoke to Jenna, and
So you're the one always reaching out to speak?
I feel like she's got better in recent years, but I feel like when we were younger, it would be like it was me.
All the time. So
And
you would have drifted apart then?
And 100% it would have just been like,
Aye, you wouldn't be pals. That's quite sad.
I know. But I mean, her loss. Come on. No, I know, but
I feel like
luckily that never happened, and she's still here. And that's
do you think
good.
if we never had this podcast,
No,
we'd be
I
pals?
actually think we'd be better pals.
How come?
No, I actually just think, I feel like a lot of the only time I'll see you is
The
to do the podcast. Whereas before it would be like, do you want to go on a spa weekend?
I feel
Do you
no,
want to
man.
go like this? No, I think we
Save
would
it
still.
for the pod.
No, I think we'd still be pals. Because I'm quite good at just being like, no, I want to be pals with him, so I'm just gonna keep
The thing
contacting
is,
them.
I want to be pals with people as well, but my laziness overrides everything.
Aye.
So like, if it's like, oh, let's go on a night out.
No, but you know me, I need to be doing 4 things a day.
Thank God.
So I feel like I've got I've got a lot of pals, but
Like you can meet like 4 people in one day, and that wouldn't
I've
kill
got
you. That would kill me.
it does kill me, like the thought. What I mean is, a lot of my pals aren't the pals, so I feel like I'm juggling, but a lot of balls.
However, you have had a Taylor Swift party where about 3 people are into Taylor Swift, and everybody's for all different
They
things.
really know each other.
And they're always good, but that's my worst nightmare.
Aye.
That is my worst nightmare, because I would feel like I have to make sure everybody's having a good time,
I know
and
what
I'd
you
feel
mean.
dead pressured.
But I feel like all my pals are nice, and
Like everybody's a grown up, they can all just
I will chat, and they'd be like, "Oh, hey, I'm feeling." Like, I think I would spot if there was something really no right happening.
Last time at your Taylor Swift party, I was pure depressed.
I know when you left, and everybody was pure. Like, everybody left, it was like, is Susan alright? And I was like, I don't think so.
It's because I was depressed, right? I was really depressed.
Let's see what we drink up here.
I couldn't drink because I was
You had
making
the
me too
car,
anxious,
actually.
I think.
And and I think you showed up, and we'd already started
I was at
to
a
get
gig.
quite drunk.
You were already pissed. I was just showing face there.
But I feel
Sorry.
like everybody, I know, and we could tell that, and then when you left, everybody was like, Susan alright?
the way hate me hang herself.
I was like, Susan's depressed.
She'll be fine.
I'll deal with that tomorrow. It's Taylor time. It's party time. Whereas I feel like, but I would only invite people at the party that I was like, they'll be like nice, and they'll chat to people, and they'll not be like, I don't feel like I had to babysit anybody.
I do feel like I need to babysit people.
Aye.
I felt like that.
I think I used to be like that, and now I'm like, fuck yous, come and have fun or
I
don't.
feel like I'm just exposing, but like my first boyfriend was quite like that. That must have scarred me. Like he wasn't very good in like social situations. He was a pure stoner, and he just wasn't. And then when you would bring him out, you'd feel like you had to babysit
like
him.
apologise for him and all that.
Then he
and
would
be
get
like,
too drunk because obviously he probably had social
he
anxiety.
was nervous.
But that wasn't invented at the time. Just thought he was a weirdo. And then he would like just make a cunt of himself, and you'd be like,
why?
aye. But he was a nice guy.
He was great. What was his name?
I don't want to say his name now. No,
I
because
know,
people might know who
his
he
name.
is.
I know his name.
People who know, but I'm not going to say his name.
I know. I just remembered his name.
Aye.
Sorry.
Aye.
Aye. That was
Um,
mine as well.
But I feel pure responsible for people's good times.
I think I'd feel more responsible, right? If it's like and I think that's why I get anxious going places sometimes with certain people. Like, no you, because I would just be like that to you. I hate this and I want to leave and I'm going to have a panic attack. But it's like if I'm going somewhere with somebody who maybe don't have that relationship with.
Like you're no pals, acquaintances.
And it's like, oh, what if I'm not having a good time? What if like they just sense that I'm
not having a good time?
What if I'm no great company for that person?
There's too much pressure if it's just you.
Aye.
To have No, I would feel the other way, but I'd feel it's too much pressure if I had all my pals. Like a party, like having it, like a birthday party. At a wedding.
Fuck that.
I know.
I've had one birthday party in my life and it was because I was 30. It was my 30th. I never had a proper birthday party like in a hall or anything before that. Purely for that reason, it's too much. But when I was 30, I was like, no, I'm going to have a party. I'm going to have an 80s theme. And it was everything I wanted it to be. And I had a great night. And I think most people did.
I had a great night.
I actually had a great night.
I don't care what they thought.
Right, it was shit. And no, I had a pure good time. And I feel like most people there probably had a good time.
I had an 18th, but that's different because at 18, I didn't give a fuck.
Aye.
I hadn't even met my... No, was I going to meet him at the time? I must have. Because I was 18. No, wasn't I? I must have got with him like after my 18th, but I thought that got together when we were 17.
So you didn't get your first boyfriend till you were
like first 18. Proper relationship. Do you know what I mean? Instead of
just like you're my boyfriend.
Aye.
That's why that sounded like I was shaming you, like loser.
No.
Get a boyfriend already.
But I thought we were together for 17, but it couldn't have been because he wasn't at my party and it was my 18th. Anyway, this
maybe
is so
he was,
boring.
But he was just in the corner, pure stone.
No, I was pure. I didn't care. Like when I was 18, it's just something that happened later.
Aye. For my 18th, I just rented a flat, like one of these show flats, because some people were 17. My boyfriend at the time was 17, so couldn't a lot of my pals were 17, so couldn't go to like a club or anything like that. Mm-hmm. So we just got drunk in this flat and a lot of shite.
No, that's a good.
It was alright actually.
Time.
It was like £180, and I pure paid for it all myself, and then bought all the drink and all that, and
it was just like a party then, really.
Aye, but in a flat that had my credit card details.
Did you get fined?
No, actually never.
Alright, that happened to us. We had a place at New Year, and I swear to God, we never done anything. The place was fine when we left, and the guy was pure, no, you've moved my expensive artwork. It was fucking like big pictures of IKEA or something.
Expensive artwork?
We got that specially framed and like put on the wall and all that, and you have moved it and you have lost your deposit. I don't know how that, if we ever got it back, the deposit. I can't even remember. I can't remember, but it was a lot of money.
Oh my God.
For us at the time.
Aye.
But I don't know what happened. I can't remember. If I moved my artwork.
Move it back. Move it back and get to fuck.
I know. That was the night I get punched in the face.
What? Like who? For what?
Because it was outside the garage and we were waiting on a taxi to take us to this flat. And somebody cut my sister's bag off her. Like, it was like a wee string bag, right?
Scissors?
With scissors cut her bag off her to steal it. But somebody saw them doing it and they said they've tried to steal your bag. So we went out and we're pure geese the bag back. And it was like a group of guys. And they were like...
A guy punched you?
Well, but no yet. And they were like, no.
Yet.
And I was like, listen, fucking take whatever's in the bag, but it had a passport in it, because you mind for ID. And we were all going to Dublin, and she needed a passport. And the guy was like, no, that's... And then my brother came out and just, like, chased the guy, like, and then started fighting him. And I was trying to, like, split them up. And the guy pure punched me in the face, like full force.
Sorry, that's not.
That
happens to me at work sometimes.
Where you get punched off of Wayne's.
Aye.
Well, I don't know what it was, but actually there was a part of me that liked.
Whoa.
It was like pure, because it never happened before.
Happy fucking birthday to me.
It was just pure dying. Like, there was something pure. There was something really clarifying about it. I don't know what it was, but I remember thinking, I don't hate this. I don't actually hate
You're
this.
like, I
can take a punch to the face. And I had like a pure black eye the next day, and I had to like cover it all up with like foundation and stuff, because like my dad was a bit mental, so if he'd have, I don't know what he'd have done. They couldn't have done anything, but probably would have went out looking for people. I don't know.
Aye, me and Sammy got battered. My cousin Sammy
Aye.
got pure battered one night, and let's just say there was people out looking for people that night.
Aye. This is worse than getting battered. It's like trying to calm other people down. But I like pure punched. No, I'm not inviting punches off a grown men, but first time I've been punched by a grown man, and it was like, I don't know. I just thought I would have felt worse about it.
Aye, like sad almost, but you were just like.
Aye. Anyway, I don't know what that's about. Maybe I need to go to therapy or something.
That was a while ago.
Aye. Bye. I remember all the mad times. Glad they're all behind me now.
Aye. I've been punched and I've been caught in the firing line.
Aye. Have you been fights. So you've been punched off of your, like, I've been punched off lassies, but that's sorry, like, come on.
No,
be serious.
I've been punched off children.
Aye.
And then me and Sammy got pure battered one night.
Was that the time?
And they were.
You had your white.
I had my new white River Island bomber jacket on. And my new River Island jeans, and I'd just got braces. It was the day of my standard grade maths exam.
It's just so sad.
We were just in the wrong place at the wrong time, the two years, and there was about 15 of these lassies for Govan Hill or whatever, and they were obviously feel like a
mental,
like a troop, not like a
young
like
team.
A scheme, like a and they just fucking they were like
looking for a fight.
And I was like, to the shop. They were like, for what? And I was like, try to be funny, like, don't know, a wee biscuit or something. They just fucking let, and I got the worst.
Excuse me, see, before you leather me, just get to know me. I'm a funny.
Hey, I'm actually a really cookie girl. They just like, I think I got the worst. Like, I was immediately down on the grun, and I was being pulled along the grun. It was like gravel at first, but what all I was concerned about was my brace. Like, so I covered my mouth because I had braces. I covered my mouth so that they didn't like fuck up my teeth or my brace or anything like that. And they were obviously like jumping, kicking my head, everything, like, and they were pulling me.
You? That's pure vicious.
I know, they were pulling me along the grun with the hair. As they were pulling me along the grun, my trousers started falling down, and I'm talking like bare arse was just out. And I had a thong on, and I remember just thinking, my arse cheeks are it. But I was just like, so I've got one on here, and then one on trying to pull my trousers back up to cover my arse. And you know what? I just think, like, why did they not stop and laugh?
Because they're fucking
They're obviously
feral.
insane. But, like, a bare ass, come on, that's funny.
Or else go like that. Oh,
that's it.
actually
Yeah, it's
so
too far.
humiliating.
And then when I stood up, I was covered in dog shit. Because nobody picked up the dog shit back then, so my white jacket.
And did they just like go?
The police came, so that's how they left.
God's sake, they might have killed you if they never.
One of them, I know, one lassie stayed, who wasn't hitting us and was pure, oh my god, he's alright. And
I think if you're like part of a group that's hitting people, you still can get charged.
Aye. But
Like,
so the
even
police
if you're not
came
hitting the person.
and they said, do you want to, I can't even know, I can't even remember, I'm actually lying if I remember what happened, but they kind of really didn't care.
Nah.
Like, they weren't like, oh, let's get you home safe. They were like,
catch you later.
are they still battering you? No, alright. Have a good night.
Mind the police used to catch you with your drink, like you'd have to run away and all that.
That was so fun.
Fucking, they must have been, at the time you're thinking like something's going to actually happen to you.
I know.
But they must have been like just doing that for a laugh.
Or like, what's your name? Aye.
Aye.
Just writing your name down.
Pouring your
like,
drink out in front of you.
Aye. Being like,
fucking hell, do you realise how long it took to get somebody to go in
like
for that?
3 weeks, like literally starting at
3 weeks of planning, aye.
Aye. Like, fucking hell. Aye. So aye, that was the time I got battered.
I know, Amanda, that's sad. I've heard this story before.
That is fucking awful.
Sad as a little story.
And what's actually really sad is like I had like bald patches on my head.
Because you pulled your hair out?
Aye, and this was a Friday night, so I had my paper run to do the next morning, and my mum and that wouldn't even do my paper run for me. I had to get up. I was saying at Sammy's night, I had to get up here early, get the bus home, and do my paper run. How shite is that?
Because you know I phoned in sick.
No, you didn't phone in sick back then. These old people needed their evening times at 8 a.m. on a Saturday morning. Like, the burden of that was so heavy on my shoulders that the thought of phoning in sick was just like, I couldn't do that.
Oh my God. I remember I used to deliver the Glaswegian. When I say deliver, I used to
Throw it at doors.
throw them. No, I used to just put them in the bin.
Did you? Then how did you get...
Because nobody fucking read it.
Or was it the shop that paid
No,
you?
Glaswegian was a free newspaper.
Right.
So nobody,
So you were just staying this for a laugh?
nobody reported that they never got the Glaswegian because nobody gave a fuck about the Glaswegian. They were probably glad they didn't get it.
No, I used to get...
So you should just bin it and get the money.
See the actual fucking shite I used to take off 70-year-olds. If the paper was 15 minutes later than it was the day before,
Aye.
they'd be standing at the gate like, "What about time do you go
I need
with?"
to read about these immigrants.
But now I think about it now, and I'm like, fair dues, like
That's
they
like
mu-
the internet.
they must go
That's
to
like their
bed.
Wi-Fi.
Aye. They must want to go to bed at like 6:30. And they're just getting the news for that
Aye.
night there, and like I'm dilly-dallying about.
But the Glaswegian get delivered to every single house.
Right.
So fuck that.
No. No,
I wonder
especially
if I
if they're
can
not
still
noticing.
be.
No, I was evening times. It was 6 days a week. It was Monday to Friday after school, and then Saturday morning. And it was the stress. The fucking 5 years, 6 years I done it for. I started doing it when I was 10. I was Ethan's age. That's fucking crazy that my parents did that to me, actually.
But that's what it was.
I know, but that's insane. The thought of letting my Wayne go to people who I've never met's door
I know.
is
But-
just something that I'm just like, they never have ever cared about me.
But it was a different era.
I don't care. Care a wee bit more about
I think
me,
we care too much now.
me potentially getting abducted.
I think we care too much. I think that was character build.
It really was. And I think I'm a much better person for it.
Did you ever get any weirdos? People come in and
No, on my paper run, no.
No.
Everybody was actually pretty alright. There was some, obviously you'd have the odd mad bastard, but no in like a inappropriate way. Just like the house was absolutely stinking of
Aye.
like weed and chip pan fat or whatever, but like so was mine, so
Weed.
Aye.
Who smoked weed?
My dad smoked weed.
Did he?
Aye.
I never
He'd
knew
come home
that.
from work and have like 4 cans and a big joint and be like, my dad used to this is terrible. My dad used to make me roll his joints.
But how did you know? Did you never have a puff?
Aye. No way, my dad. When I
Aye.
was like 15, 16, I started smoking
But
it.
I thought you didn't like smoking weed.
I did when I was younger. I loved it. And that's why when I decided to do it again as an adult,
You thought you'd
try
love
it
it.
again.
But it's quite weird that you never just continued the. Do you know what I mean? Like if your dad's smoking it in the house, just like
Aye. But it was hash back then.
Aye.
It was like brown hash that you crumbled. So I used to roll my dad's joints for him. And then I was like the group joint roller in my pals.
It's good to go. You a bit of status.
Somebody's got to do it. I know. I actually loved it.
It's pure
Like I actually
impressive.
loved the power that I held in everybody. Just being like, shut up, and I'll no roll
you a big
joint.
baggy joint.
No, my joints were they were tight. They were perfect. I could still do it the day.
Good. I think people used to work in cigarette factories.
But aye.
That was a good job. You used to get paid quite a lot of money for that.
But
And probably hundreds of free fags. I would assume.
fags.
Oh, I said something fags. Must have been making a clip or something and it pure bleeped it out.
Fags.
Aye, because
Thought you were doing a slur.
Aye.
I was like,
'Cause you know on Instagram when you're making a clip,
aye.
like when there's subtitles, if you say fuck or you say whatever, it bleeps it out initially when you're putting subtitles on it. And I said fags and it
must
bleeped
have
it
thought
out.
you were being a horrible
I know, pure
homophobe.
homophobe.
Racist. Homophobe.
Homophobic in my algorithm. Anyway, I'm knackered. I've just done breaking the news.
Yeah.
And it's really quite a draining thing. It's like a 3-hour record.
Yeah, it's long enough.
No, wait, that's not right. 2 hour.
12:30 to 3:30.
12:30.
1 till
You're not on the stage at 12:30, are you?
1 o'clock normally.
1 till 3. So 2 hours.
Aye, but it's like 3 hours by the time you're there, parts,
Aye.
and then you get away.
Aye. And then we were doing Fairn's gig last night.
Yeah, which was lovely.
Mm-hmm.
So fun. So nice.
I just feel like I've not stopped.
I know, actually, I know. I'm like, and then you were hosting Red Draw for me on Tuesday.
Oh, aye, that's right, aye. That was actually really good. Not one lassie on the
I
bill.
saw that.
Not a single, and I don't actually think that was. I think that was maybe a fluke because
Aye.
usually they do have
Normally it
lassies.
is, aye.
Aye.
But sometimes, I did one a wee while ago and it
There's a lot
was...
of diversity on the bill,
Yeah,
but no a lot of lassies. So
just you.
that's.
And is that enough? Probably.
It was like made for a good show. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
Because there was different
Aye.
perspectives.
Because,
and
like,
different
adding a lassie to the bill lowers the quality of the show. I don't know if you know this.
So I said at the end, I was pure. Good show, I was pure because there's none of these lassies here.
None of
And
these women.
There was one like guy that was looking at me as if like
What?
he really took me
You're
seriously.
like, kid on, mate.
Aye, but like I had to say kid on, then it made it look as if I was being serious.
Like, kid on. Aye. Like, well, shit, did I actually just say that?
But it was a really good show. The audience were just pure laughing at anything, actually.
I love that.
I know.
That was like last
Yeah.
night, I know. I
Hi,
was
how
like,
you doing?
yeah.
Which is
But
really a double-edged
that's-
sword because is that the right word? Double-edged sword.
It's not a good test of whether you're actually funny.
Aye.
What you're saying's funny, I know. What was I going to say? Aye. I'm also fucking knackered and all. Doing story platform this week.
Yeah, let's make this a quick one. Actually, we
Aye.
weren't even going to put a podcast out this week
I
because
know. Just
a lot of stuff going on, you know.
conflicting schedules and I've not had a period this month.
Stress
I think
or
it is.
prego.
I don't feel prego.
'Kay.
And I had a scan the other week, like an internal scan in my womb.
So
So
that's upset your.
maybe, well, she says I've got fibroids. That's why
Mm.
my periods have been so heavy and weird and sore. And I was like, great. But no, I'm not having one. I think my mind's just like, nope, well, you're not going to have one.
You've not got the energy.
No, this month end. It's like, we'll postpone. So we'll come back to this at a later date.
We'll come back hard.
And we will come back. So I
How hairy my legs are, and it's just been cutting a bit like that.
know, but mine's are the same actually.
I don't know how to dress for a wedding anymore. I really don't. I need to sort all these clays out. Suitcases of clays everywhere.
I know, I've got my case. I was away at Manchester and Liverpool weekend, and my case is just sitting full still, and I'm like,
Where did you stay when you were in Liverpool then?
Liverpool, just the Premier Inn, close to the station. It was perfect. And in Manchester, I got a cheap Hilton.
Nice.
By the way, I went to like a speakeasy.
What were you going to say before that, by the way?
There was a street with this, so it was a 5-minute walk to the venue. See, the street that we had to go down to get to the venue, I've never seen or felt or been attacked by so many midges in my life.
I thought you were going to like say something worse than that.
Not midget, like but it was
Where
horrible.
in Manchester?
Aye.
I didn't even think they got midges.
Just this one street was like, I'm not even joking, like,
maybe it wasn't midges. I feel like this is something
it was
else.
See, if there was that many midges in the street as there was in like the room, and you'd be screaming your head off. And this big giant fly like flew into my tit and like knocked itself out, and it landed in my bralette, and I had to scoop it out. It was like pure scrambling about, and I was like, ugh! And I knew I had to put my horn in, pick it out. And it was so horrible, man. It was fucking terrible. Anyway, after the gig, which was
a speakeasy.
Nice.
What do you mean a speakeasy? They don't exist anymore.
Right, so I was
Don't you allowed to drink? It's not the 1920s.
It was like a speakeasy bar. So it was
called.
It was called the Wash House. And I was
Right.
like, this is it here? Because I just googled cocktails. So I was like, let's go get a wee margarita or something. And then it was like a guy sitting on top of like a washer dryer, and there was like a vending machine. And I was like, what is this? Kim's like, oh, it's like a speakeasy then.
What does that mean though?
So it doesn't look like a bar for the outside. It looked like a laundrette, but like
right,
a really shite one.
So a secret
So I
bar.
go in, and I was like, hello, and he was pure, hiya, what can I help you with today? Have you got much today? And then Kim started talking about her day, and I was like, no, he means you're washing. She was like, all right. And I was like, we just want to wash our stuff. And he was like, all right, pick that phone up and ask for Debbie, right?
No, I couldn't have done this. It's too cheesy.
It was so fun. And I was like, hello, I'm looking for Debbie, because a guy answered, and he was like, she's not here at the minute, can I help you? And I was like, oh no, we're not getting in. And I was like, we just want to wash our knickers. He was like, how many are you? And I was like, 2. And he was like, all right, come through the vending machine. And I was pure, what? So it was like a vending machine, but it was actually just a door.
Right.
And then you went upstairs, and then the cocktails, I've never had such delicious cocktails in my life. They were all named after conspiracy theories.
Right.
In the booklet, it was just pure cool. It was honestly just pure cool.
Right,
And
maybe it would be fun.
I had 2 drinks, and they were like pure delicious, and then it was like, right, let's go home. And I pure felt like I was abroad because it was really warm, and they had like this big massive like souvenir shop, you know, like those pure bright shops that are open like all night when you're on
Aye.
holiday. And like I went in there to get water and toothpaste because I'd forgot toothpaste. And I was like, I actually feel like I'm abroad.
Aye.
This is pure mental.
There is places like that though that sell weed.
Oh, is that
Aye.
here?
Like you can, aye.
All right.
Like you can pure go into like these wee secret places to get weed.
It was so fun because I was like, what
Which
is
is
this?
which is more exciting. I don't like weed, but that's more exciting because it's actually illegal.
Obviously, it's legal to drink booze, but you just would never know what
Aye.
what it was. So it was fun. Like I felt like a pure idiot, and I was pure hello. This guy was just sitting on the top of it. His job was just to be like sit on the wash machines and make fun of people basically who came in. I was like, that's so funny because I was like, well, that's a laundrette, and she was like, no, it's not, you fucking idiot. I was like, all right.
I feel like something illegal has to be happening for that to be have any jeopardy about it.
No, it was just funny. It was cool. And then went to Liverpool on the Saturday. Went to Hooters.
Can't keep away for that place.
I know, but it's got nothing on the Newcastle Hooters, let me tell
Really?
you. Just wasn't it. The chicken and the dip that I got was so
Lovely.
delicious. So, and then went to Hot Water, did Kim's show. Saw Tom.
Aye, you told me.
Aye. And then that night went out to like the gay bit of Liverpool. 'Cause it was
Aye.
like people were celebrating Pride. The streets were
forgot it was
hoaching.
Pride, aye.
It was like I've never seen. It was just like it was just brilliant. There was just like so much atmosphere everywhere. Again, I was just like, I feel like I'm in Spain right now. Aye, it was just pure fun. Like, had 4 drinks or something, then got like a wee shawarma wrap, went home, had a sleep, like woke up the next day, felt fine, but like Had been quite tipsy the night before. It was pure good. Came home and just chilled out. But then I've been at Story Platform a week, so I'm just fucked. But it was a pure fun weekend.
That's good.
Like, I'd like to go back to Liverpool for a night out.
Aye.
Not that I'm a big night out person. Like, I've not been out like that in ages, but it's my pal's hen do in 2 weeks.
Where is she going?
I can't say because she doesn't know.
Oh,
Just
does
in
she
case.
listen?
Aye.
She can tell me later.
Just in case. But we're starting with pre-drinks at hers. She knows that. And it's
Mhm.
like Taylor-ish kind of cowgirl themed.
Is she a Taylor Swift fan?
Aye, Elsa, you met her at my party. The blonde
What one?
lassie, you've met her. The blue glittery, the
Oh,
blue
I
sequiny
remember,
dress.
Aye.
And the blonde hair.
Aye.
So we're starting with drinks at hers. And then we've got a whole thing planned. But we're just going to be in Glasgow, so that's good.
Cool. That sounds good.
Aye. So I don't
You
need
travelling?
Aye.
Right, I'm calling that day here because I'm tired.
Yeah. I
You
need,
need to go and meet
I
Elaine.
need to go meet Elaine.
I need to edit this.
It's been
Hello.
41 minutes.
41 minutes. What the fuck do you want, Fizz?
What do you want?
What do you want for free? Oh no, we need to record the podcast. We can't possibly be a late wait.
Do we want something
Can't
for
not
you?
do it.
We want you to buy tickets to our shows.
I know.
Or we are going to kill ourselves.
I know. See if every one of you,
Sorry. I'm sorry I shouldn't have said that. I'm not going to do that.
if
But
everybody buys a ticket to the Edinburgh shows. You might not be in Edinburgh though.
well,
You might not be Scottish.
you can get a train up.
Then you'd be helping us out.
You'd, honestly.
Because it's tough out there for a bitch.
It's hard.
Aye.
Bitches be struggling over here.
I've actually not checked my ticket sales in a while.
Oh, I checked mine this morning. It was not any better than it was 2 weeks ago. So
And come to Material Girl, god damn it.
this Sunday, it's going to be fun.
Okay, right.
Bye.
Need to go. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Where'd you get that bruise?
Bruce.
A shin? It's
Don't know.
pure yellow.
Didn't
Bye.
care. Bye.
The-
I don't know where I get bruises for.
No.
What?
You didn't hit the